Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cranford! Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm a little bit late on this, but my channel has officially reached 5,000 subscribers, baby! Look at that! Beautiful graphics. Look at this. Let me bring it over here.
So you can pick it up by class anymore. Freaking piece of shit.
Triple screen setup, bitches! Yeah! How about that? It's all over the place, but yes, guys. After a certain mishap during the meetup at the end of the days, yeah, I didn't lose subscribers this time. Instead, I actually gained them and kept them. And as a result, I'm officially at 5,000 subscribers. So, I just want to say to all of you guys, thank you all for supporting me through this tough time that I'm currently going through right now. I know that I'm going through a hiatus in terms of uploading videos, but trust me, once I'm back, possibly in a couple days, depends on when you see this video or not, but when I come back, a lot of videos will be uploaded, and you guys are not going to regret it. A bunch of radio reviews episodes are coming out, including this one, which you're watching right now, which is the 5,000 subscriber special, because this one is a special episode where me, Nicholas, and SPC Cranford 1056 actually filmed the radio reviews episode on the Midland WR10, which is what you're on right now. So this is the 5,000 subscriber special, actually. I know it's not much, but trust me, more videos are coming on the way. A bunch of new compilations are coming out, lots of new stations found, lots of new alerts, including those lovely special marine warnings that Upton loves to pull at 3 in the morning, or perhaps earlier in the morning, just to piss off Nicholas and set off Cool 35 along with WXM80. I mean, what? But anyways, yeah, I just want to say, no, I have not lost my spirit. I've been catching these alerts as they've been going on. You can see the radios right there, where my finger's pointing. All of them are lit up in beautiful warning red. I'm gonna be uploading those alerts too. Again, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my content so long, to the point where I was able to get this far. And on that note, stay tuned for further content, guys, because it's gonna be massive. Until then, on with the episode. Well, guys, we're in a different spot today, aren't we? So, it's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with
SPC Cranford 1056
and
Thunder Buddy 01.
That's right, guys, you're not hallucinating. We are actually here with SPC Cranford 1056, and we got 3 of his radios to review. Right. How's that for a kickoff? And the wind is interfering like crazy with the microphone, but hopefully you guys can be able to hear me enough. So why don't we start off with the radio that represents Midland's logo, like the first letter in the logo, and that radio is none other than the Midland WR10. Let's do this, guys, shall we?
Yep.
First of all, massive thank you to this guy right here for bringing all 3 of these radios to make this possible. We've literally never had any moment like this until now. So, yeah. Anyways, the WR10. Right off the bat, extremely weird looking, but as you can probably tell, something that this guy didn't notice.
Yeah, I was about to say. Apparently it looks like the letter M in the logo for Midland.
Yep, it does. I mean, that's exactly what it's supposed to represent.
And to me, it just looked like a triangle with the top cut off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked like a trapezoid to
yeah,
you.
something like that. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like with 3 buttons and everything, but it actually represents the M in Midland's logo. So,
I didn't know that. I can't believe it.
how long have you had this thing?
How long have I had this thing?
Um,
I wants to say 2015 because I know you got 2014, 2015, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So 6 years, unnoticed until now.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, this radio is 1050 hertz activated. No same. It's, as I said before, it's a trapezoid with a lot of buttons on it. This radio is powered by a 9-volt battery. As you can see, like I said already, it's designed to try and replicate the M in the Midland logo. You got your antenna on the right of the radio right here, which is not that very long and also not that short either. So, anyways. And yes, before you ask, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
But yeah, we're gonna go into this radio's features and other cool quirks it has as I pull a Doug DeMuro yet again by saying those words. We're gonna start off with the first feature, and we're gonna put the 9-volt battery in because this thing requires a 9-volt battery. So we're gonna get started with the first feature, and that is the Siren Test on the WR10.
Okay, I put it in for you.
All right, thanks. All right, the Siren Test on the Midland WR10. You're probably wondering what that sounds like, so I'm going to demonstrate it just by pressing the test button right on top. And as you also probably have noticed, this thing right here, it's not a dummy triangle. It's actually an LED light, just to let you know that you got a warning coming in. Very reminiscent of the 74-100 series.
You have like the 105, the 102, and the 109.
Yeah, and the 109 is the one I have. You have the 105 XL. By the way, let it also be known that you butchered 162.550 as 162.5.
Already.
What, do you think I'm gonna let that shit go? Do you? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Anyways, here's the Siren Test on the Midland WR10. Get ready to cover your ears. Giant HH50. I think it actually sounds like the HH51, now that I think about it.
Close to it.
And that's it. It cuts off automatically, so you don't have to press a button to stop the siren like the HH50 and the HH51. But it is in that same, you know, tone range as the HH51. But other than that, it'll definitely get your attention.
Sure will.
Yeah. I know that you had the 093, but then I realized that one's dead. It's been dead for a while.
Been dead for years.
Yeah.
Years.
He has the older version, like the 260.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyways, why don't we get into the next feature on this radio? And you're not going to believe this, guys, but this radio actually has AM/FM tuning on it. Who would have thunk? So, after we had a little bit of a roasting session about Nicholas looking like Justin Bieber, and
Which he does.
we got it on video now. Yes. Perfect. Anyways, let's go to the AM/FM tuning on the WR10. So, right here you have a switch on the side that controls the weather band, AM and FM, kind of like the 105 XL. The only difference is this whole radio is a completely different design than that. So let's try AM first and then FM. I'm going to be on 1560.
Direction following the shoreline.
Okay.
It's unable.
So let me just go ahead and
Streaming at home on your smart.
let me switch to 1560.
Unreasonable. So in other words,
Actually, no, I'll just use 880. I'll just use 880.
Any kind of treatment from
WCBS.
Hey, you're the first person to use that feature on the radio. Oh,
You're
really?
serious.
Oh, yeah, I've never used it.
moving forward.
Well, there's always a first for everything.
Accountable, we will
But this is 880 WCBS in New York City.
only people
Station that I've used to catch New York City's monthly tests during the nighttime months. back in North Carolina especially. So,
They said it could have a kind of...
oh, the wonders of DXing, but...
And nurses might not feel comfortable giving it their all if they risk being sued. I think it's the opposite. If you know that you have...
I mean, they're not wrong when you think about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Behind this facility.
Me neither.
Won't invest as
I mean,
much.
none of us have any idea what they're talking about. We're just having it on this. We're just showcasing the AM feature for Pete's sake. But,
Professionals to make sure that
now if we switch to FM,
We had some sound at 230 seconds. Like a prohibited vehicles on the roadway.
I think this is 103.9 WRCN. I think.
Both directions surrounding the Garden State Parkway. A crash here took down a
Oh, yeah, you're right.
10
Does
minutes
sound
out
like
of
New
town
Jersey.
at the Holland Tunnel, about the same at the Lincoln. This report sponsored by Nutley Auto Kia. Nutley Auto Kia, your best choice.
I think
for
they're
new
gonna do the
Kias.
ID
good
here.
Service, good selection, and good deals from good people every day. Call Nutley Auto Kia today at 973-667-0500 or visit them at nutleykia.net. It's different there in a good way. I'm Christina Stockmer with Total Traffic on Power 105.1.
How?
105.1 weather.
Good afternoon, Trash Day. The weekend is almost here. It's Thursday, July 23rd. Let's take a look at this afternoon's weather.
So you are the person to go to with AM/FM stuff. I know nothing about it. So. All right.
I guess you could say the same thing for me when it comes to North Carolina stations. But yeah, there's the AM/FM feature on the WR10. But now we must get into the next feature, and actually that feature, I just put it down because it was getting in the way a bit, but the next feature on it is the antenna, which is, unless you're in an open area where you can get Coil 35 perfectly, when it was actually working,
Yeah. Right.
basically. But unless you're in an open area, we need to talk about how short, ridiculously short, the antenna is. It's really short. And she would not be pleased. All right, now even though size doesn't matter, as Matthew just said, if you're in like an area where I live, for example, like up in the mountains, surrounded by trees, expect not to get really almost anything. But if you're in an open area, this antenna is just about enough to get high power weather radio stations like Coil 35. Thank God Coil 35 came back on the air in time for this.
Telling me.
Yeah, I mean, they've been off.
You're telling me.
They've been off the air since 2017, and they came back recently.
Maybe
So
even earlier than that, honestly.
yeah, like
I know they've been having intermittent issues like before the extended outage, but I know. Yeah, but even then I was having trouble before they went off the air. I was having trouble getting it from my house, and I'm not. And
Well, it's nice that you had all these reliable backups.
Yeah.
I was stuck with KZZ31 all the way up there in Sussex County, and that you can't get that normally.
right.
Like it has to be like a good day like this with minimal cloud cover and line of sight, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
And that's what it's like
at
right
night,
now.
it has to be friggin' nighttime, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Why
Mhm.
not? So, but now that we got this, I mean, we're in service again, so it works out nicely.
Fun fact: when I landed at Newark Airport to come here, I actually saw Coil 35's transmitter, like on top of the Empire State Building, when I was just coming home from the airport to Nicholas's house. But yeah, quite a sight, if I do say so myself. But anyways, yeah, the antenna on this thing is not too big. I would say it's about the same size as the version 2 WR100s, as well as the version 1s with the stock antenna, because Nicholas actually put version 5 antenna, I believe, on his black and silver just for increased reception.
Yeah, I mailed you one, I think, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the antenna that you put on.
Yep,
And that worked out nicely for you, right?
yep, it's working. It's working a little bit better. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the tuner's starting to go a bit wonky, but it still works
That was
in the
good,
end.
what, 4 years ago? That
Uh,
was a while ago.
I could probably pull up. I think I made a unboxing video about it. I could.
Let it also be known that it did the no message glitch last night.
Oh goodness.
With the warning light or watch light or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah, the antenna on the WR10 is just enough to get like those high power stations, like the ones like 500 watts and over. Even though the maximum limit for NOAA stations is 1,000 watts, but anyways.
Things happen.
All right, so why don't we get into the next feature, and we're going to test out the speaker quality, which is hidden right in here, in this very trapezoidal, even though that's not a word, trapezoidal design.
It might be a word. Sounds like a word.
That sounds like one, but even though it isn't, we're going to use it anyway.
Yeah, well.
And yep, you were right. It was 4 years ago, 2016.
Wow, there you go.
What do you know? So yeah. Anyways, let's get on to the next feature, and that's the speaker quality. And we're going to be using good old Quo 35 for this.
The next feature here is going to be testing out the speaker, which is, as Clay said, behind this nice little grill thing, which you can't really see from this angle.
Actually, you can right here.
Oh, there you go.
And
yeah.
There's the speaker right here.
So good old Quo 35 is strong enough from this location to hear it. So that didn't work.
There. I'm sorry.
Becoming south in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet.
Clear as a
Chance of showers.
Yep. Very clear.
Friday night. South winds 5 to 10 knots. Becoming northwest.
Even though this isn't my main transmitter, I missed Quo 35 when it was working.
Yeah.
Now it's back.
Seas higher in and near thunderstorms. The marine forecast for New York Harbor, including Raritan Bay. Severe thunderstorm watch 396 in effect until 10 p.m. this evening.
Still 10 o'clock?
For this
Yeah.
afternoon,
Oh, we got a long day ahead.
southwest
Oh
winds 5
boy,
to
here we
10
go.
knots. Seas 1 foot or less. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms early. Then chance of showers and thunderstorms late with visibility
static,
1 to 3 nautical
Clear as a
miles.
bell.
Mm-hmm.
Clear as a bell.
West winds 5
Absolutely.
to 10 knots. Seas around 2 feet in the evening. Then 1 foot or less.
There you have it.
Shower.
Oh,
I forgot you have to test
and
it.
just as we say that, the new risk just came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're
Yep.
still in the slight. Upton is still in the slight risk.
And if I may pull up the College of DuPage website real quick.
But yeah, I have to say the speaker quality on this is pretty tinny for what it is, but it's also very nice. Like, nice sounding
I
too.
want to see if you can try to get KZZ 31 from this location, because there's a warning that is 1 county away that expires in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, yeah, let's get to that in the next feature already. So we're going to go with the reception and go through.
Looks like an arrow.
It does. Hold on, let me see this.
Yeah, it looks
Quite literally an arrow.
Hang on, let me just focus in on that. Stupid phone. I hate this. Okay,
There
now
we
you can
go.
see it. Straight as an arrow. Yeah, it's right over Winstead. But, anyways, why don't we go into the next feature, which is the reception on the Midland WR10. We're going to test out all 7 channels on NOAA. And since we're outdoors, we can't really do it indoors. So, yeah, we're going to do NOAA first, then AM/FM. So let's go ahead and get to that. Before we miss a warning, who knows? We might catch something while we're filming this.
Binghamton warning.
Yeah.
Actually, I should mention, Michael and I were actually filming a review of the WR400, the latest version of the 400. And while we were filming that, we actually were getting, by some miracle, we were getting at the Atlantic City weather radio station.
KHB 38.
Yep.
Yes, the classic one. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got my first
Down the shore.
ever special Marine warning out of that.
They'll probably get more today.
Oh yeah. I got a buttload of them yesterday, so.
They're annoying. You'll get to start to hate them soon.
Yeah. Now I know how you two feel.
I didn't even record them. As a matter of fact, every radio that you can like select alerts,
Yeah.
special marine warnings turned off.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear about it. Because first of all, I want to sleep. Because chances are it happens when I'm working, right? And
Right.
I want to sleep, and I don't want to wake up to something that means absolutely nothing to me. So it's turned off.
Like you're not overseas. But none of us are.
I'm not in a boat. I'm not in a canoe. I'm not swimming. I'm not underwater. It's pointless to me. So, you know.
Right.
I have them turned on personally because there's a chance that the storms might move onshore.
That's true too. That's true too. But chances are for me that's like never gonna happen because it's east-west.
Yeah.
West-east. Yeah.
Then, suddenly, surprise tornado warning for Fairfield.
Let's not.
The way your luck would run, that would happen today when you're here. It usually happens. Sorry.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nicholas is getting roasted over here, low-key roasted by Schreier.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Hello, 2018 called. I would like to go back to May 15th, please.
What a day that was. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Big derecho event. But anyways, let's go ahead and test out the reception. Hopefully we'll get another warning, have a catch-22, just like we did.
You might.
All right, let's test that theory. Actually, I'm gonna give this feature over to Nicholas real quick.
All right. So those of you that haven't watched my channel, I love scrolling through the NOAA weather radio frequencies just to see what we can get, because there have been times where we have gotten a lot of stations like from far away. Like,
Right.
Like we actually got a station in North Carolina from my house.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, WWH26.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
sure.
ahead. Hey, we're getting some publicity here.
Video in progress.
Oh, perfect.
All right. So first, let's test out. This should be on channel 1. Yep.
5 at White Plains.
That's cool, 35.
Long Island. At Farmingdale, it was sunny with a temperature.
I should mention that the tuning switch is on the bottom of the radio, just like the 74, 102, 105, 109.
Partly sunny with a temperature of 84. In New Jersey, it was mostly sunny with a
And
temperature of 90 at Caldwell and 87
I believe it goes
at
channel
Peterborough.
1 through 7. But they're all mixed up because it's an old radio. Wait, what frequency is that?
Channel 1, just to make
Okay.
sure, because I think
Yeah.
I was getting either WXA42 or WXL39 back over in the parking lot.
Right.
4705.
Nothing on channel 4. We can't even pick up WXM80 anymore.
Best
Yeah,
bet would
'cause-
probably be KIH28 in Philly.
Yeah. What was that one?
Well, I'm on 425, but oh right, WXA704 is off the air.
What is that, channel 3?
2.
You can't really get 2 from here. You can't get that 2 from here.
This
You
is
can
a-
try. You can possibly get 3, which is WXM60.
Hold up.
What channel is that? Channel 3.
That's right.
It's 3.
WXM60.
Sounds like it.
That's wave through.
No, that sounds like something different actually, because they don't. At Mount Holly, current conditions don't sound that way.
Oh.
All right, now don't move. Don't move.
I'm wheezing like a mouse here. Help. You don't think the battery's dying on it, do you? Well, we're getting something. We just don't know what.
Sounds like up in New York's air conservation.
Probably. Right there.
No, I really can't move.
WXM60 doesn't cover Central Sound. Yep, that's
It's an Upton station for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. The way they say their observations is all too obvious. That's definitely OKX.
And like the left can show you idea what it is.
Right.
Fire Island Coast Guard. Temperature was 77 degrees. At 7 miles an hour. At Jordan Beach.
yeah. It sounds like
Was 79 degrees.
that definitely sounds like KW35 bleeding in.
And breezy
It
point.
very well might be.
Temperature was 79 degrees.
Who knows, maybe this radio is notorious for bleed through, and we don't know it.
It's a bleed you can't stop.
Nope.
For the New York City.
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's cool 35. It was bleed through.
Oh, it's bleeding through on this channel too. It was bleeding through.
Bruh. So we know that the reception, depending on where you may live, has terrible bleed through. We know that now.
So you want to try FM next, right?
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
High temperature. Mid-80s.
Yeah, because it's the same. It's the same broadcast. So it's bleed over. Bleed splash over is what they call it.
15 miles per hour.
Thanks, cool 35. Let's go to FM now. First AM.
Low at 4:30 p.m.
All right. Then alert.
Hands have become a little bit difficult for folks like myself to even gauge, what the trajectory of the Army
Sounds
is
like-
going to be as we enter the second half of the
Sounds
year
to
and
me
beyond.
like possibly
Having said that, I think
10-10 wins, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's all analog tuning on the side.
Right.
Which I think are much better prepared this time around than the GFC. and even some of the tech names that have started to show, I think you can see that the revenue,
I'm sorry, the what? The GSP?
The Garden State Parkway in this context.
Yep. That's what we call it here.
Oh.
Saved.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. But yeah, thanks for stealing GSP's acronym. No. Anyways.
I think the Garden State Parkway.
that you stole from us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How so?
Because the parkway's been around since like 1953. Something like that.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Fuck. Don't look at.
You stole. But it's alright because Greenville, Spartanburg, GSP, it works out nicely for you, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Ah, Christ. Anyways, let's try FM now. Hopefully we don't get copyright. Thanks, YouTube. You suck. Anyways.
Copyright algorithm. Oh. Yeah, copyright algorithm is, yep.
Can't get any.
www.
It's a website.
No NBK pipeline. One word.
Of course, there's also a movement for divestment, boycott, and sanction. It isn't just an Israel thing, the DBS thing.
More political shit.
That people do find out.
Right? You're telling me. You're telling both of us. Hey, one time when we were in Connecticut before we came here, like the first couple days, we heard WRCN talking about you will consume these chips. You will have these nuts and shove them somewhere where you don't want to. Not even kidding. You might see it in the HDR14 review. You might see it, but oh my god. I almost flipped my lid if I had to hear it again on WRCN. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, you get some of them that are like more passive and welcoming. Then you have stuff like, yeah, how about we put these nuts in your mouth?
I do not think things clearly, that's all it is.
yeah.
They speak before they think.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyways, that's the reception on the WR10. Personally, I think it's really good, both indoors and outdoors. Obviously, we're outdoors in this park near Cranford, or in Cranford, wherever we are. I guess we are in Cranford.
Yes, you are. North side.
All right. So, yeah, the reception is very good, but we must get into the next feature on it, and that would be the design of the radio. I mean, just look at it. Isn't it a beautiful sight? Okay, we need to discuss it before it gets too gushy with animatronic devices.
Oh, Christ.
All right, let's just get to the design.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't say...
Maybe I should go throw it away and be a nice civilian and actually put it where it's supposed to be in the trash can.
All right.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay. All right. Let's get down to the design. Okay, the design on the WR10. The radio that looks like a trapezoid in Schreier's eyes. The radio that looks like the Midland logo in our eyes. Or at least the M in Midland. Before we go any further, I just need to check the recording that I'm doing right now because I want to make sure that the wind is not interfering with this because the wind is very, very breezy here. So let me just check that real quick. Okay. Turns out the recording is actually pretty good. If I talk close like this, then it will be pretty good. But anyways, the design on the Midland WR10 is very unique. It's very compact. It's very nice looking, actually. Just to have that homage to the Midland M.
Oh, Wayne, SVR. SVR
Wayne.
for Wayne, Pennsylvania. That's KZZ31, dude.
But can we get that here?
We should. I was
Go to channel 5.
That's what I'm gonna be doing right now.
Yes, KZZ31. KZZ31.
Oh, right here. There we go.
Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 5 p.m. for the following counties. Please.
That counts, right?
Yeah, it does. How about that? Another EAS and another episode of Radio Reviews. How about that? Thanks, BGM.
Is that your first Binghamton thing?
Yes, it is. My first Binghamton warning now.
It's quite big, actually, on the radar.
Oh, let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that.
It's going out nicely to the cell.
Yeah, it's
the line segment, rather.
It's a nice line of storms right there. And what do we have down here? Oh, that's the watch.
Oh, you have Radioscope Pro, right?
Yes.
Oh, lucky you. But anyways, back to the design. Oh, I'm sure it is. Back to the design on the WR10. So, yeah, as I was saying, it's very unique and it really does provide that homage to the M in the Midlands logo, because just look at it. That's literally exactly what it is. It's a giant M with an antenna on the back, along with 3 buttons and a triangular alert light. Personally, this design is one of my favorites because, I mean, just look at it. You never see a radio like this. I mean, you don't think Radio Shack is going to come out with the Radio Shack RR 1962 or something like that, because, oh, and there goes the tripod. RIP! Hey, we shall rebuild.
Right now, LSR.
Yep. Severe structural damage to a tripod. All right, anyways. But yeah, I mean, how often are you going to see a radio that looks like the company's logo? How often do you see that?
Not often.
Not too often. No, exactly. What, you don't think Radio Shack is going to come out with a product that looks like the giant circular R, and you don't think they're going to come up with that, do you?
Well, they're out of business.
They would have done that already. They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
They'd be gone. Midland's where it's at.
Yeah. Then again, they did make this thing.
Which we'll get to later.
Yes, indeed. But first we got this out of the way, and we got to do this, then this. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into, I think I might want to say, actually, yeah. Why don't we go ahead and get to the final thoughts on the WR10?
All right.
Because I think we're already done with this radio. Perfect. All right, in conclusion on the Midland WR10. If you want to get this radio just as a collector's item, it is a pretty good radio because, as he said earlier, Midland is where it's at.
It is where it's at.
It is.
I even have a t-shirt from them.
Yep.
And a lot of their products. They're a great company. They know what they're doing, and their products are solid.
He's wearing one of my dream shirts at the moment, guys. The SPC Risk shirt.
And right here at this spot where we're sitting, we're under this.
Yep, we're under the slight. But yeah, this radio has good reception. Pretty promising features on it. The build quality has not been discussed on it, but I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that...
Very solid.
Yeah, very solid.
So,
yeah.
I wonder if on the back it has a year.
What do you mean?
No.
Nope.
Worth a try. And there's your reset button. We just gotta put a paper clip in there and it'll reset. Whatever there is to reset on this. I don't know what the heck you have to reset, but whatever.
Oh.
I guess it just resets the radio like if it were to get soft locked or something, like a certain modern radio.
Oh, Christ, the freaking running snail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that angled deviled egg piece of shit with a blue screen on it. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I've seen it lock up during the weekly test so many times. The date gets messed up, the time gets messed up. In worst case, the radio will actually freeze to the point where you have to take out the battery just to reset it.
Oh, not to mention, July 0th.
Oh,
July 55th. 69:38 p.m. effective time.
That's an issue. That needs tissues.
Yeah.
So,
basically.
yeah, well, right.
Well,
It's the firmware that's glitchy on that thing. That thing has a very glitchy firmware.
It's not too firm then, is it?
Nope. It's
There you have it.
a software. The firmware is not so firm, and it has erectile dysfunction built in.
Oh Lord, that just went south real quick.
I know I'm legit. I know I make too many sexual jokes for my own good. But anyways, the reason why we didn't discuss the build quality on this is because I think it's fairly obvious that this radio is built very well. Because listen to that thing. This radio doesn't mess around.
No, it doesn't. I actually might bring it out and put it back in service now. I forgot how nice it was.
Yeah.
I just couldn't find the plug. I don't know where the hell that went. But
I mean, it's just, albeit it is 1050 hertz activated.
yeah, so this is a good, for those stations that, for some stupid reason, will 1050 a freeze warning or an excessive heat warning. This is something good for you.
actually,
Kind of like how Albany does it.
yeah. If you ever take a trip up to Connecticut one day, Albany actually 1050 hertz tones excessive heat warnings.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And what? Oh, and as we were talking about the heat, I just get a notification saying Upton just updated the heat advisory. Nice.
For where?
Probably here.
It says it's in effect back home. I know that for sure.
We're under one here for sure too.
Yeah.
can
They
feel it.
canceled one area out of it.
That's good. Wish we were there.
Yeah, but the heat, the humidity up here sucks.
Well, the storms yesterday did nothing for it,
Nope.
which is wild. And the storms yesterday were a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but all three of us are sweating like dogs here because of how humid it is.
Yeah, it's awful.
It is. Trust me, it's hotter than it looks, and not in a good way. Like, you know how you see a hot girl down the street?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's not like that kind of hot.
No, it's hot.
Yeah, it's the humid hot. The hottest of the hot. It's like fraternal firestorm or rising heat, but in real life.
Oh goodness.
But anyways,
we're only under an advisory too, so.
yeah. I'm surprised it's not an excessive heat warning because I was literally back at home. I almost burned my feet on the deck that they have. It was that hot, and it's
I've done that. That sucks.
yeah, it felt like a sauna, to say the least.
Yes.
It's disgusting. But anyways,
My
enough getting
biggest,
sidetracked.
My biggest thing about this radio here that I like the most about it is the retro look of it.
Oh yeah.
The new fact that I learned today about how apparently it is the M for Midland, which blows my mind, but whatever.
I mean, yeah.
The retro look, the way that the siren sounds, and the good signal, and the 1050 hertz activation. Aside from that, those are my favorite features of it.
Oh yeah. It's a very good radio for those of you who want to get it as a collector's item. Even as a first timer as well. They still have some of these in the package still, sealed up.
They're pretty hard to find, but I would recommend going on eBay looking around for them. Maybe if we find a link, we'll put it in your description if you want to do that. But
yeah,
it's pretty hard to find them at the moment.
Yeah.
And even just older radios in general, it's hard to find them, but like even at a good price. Like my 301, it was like $170.
Yeah.
And there's this other guy that's been selling them for like $200.
Jackson Bo Baxton, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but
Yeah.
I got a 301 which unfortunately died after 10 days. Guess how much that was?
That was 200, right?
$297.38.
I can relate. I bought a scanner for $799, so.
Oh god. Was it a Uniden?
Yes.
Good choice. That's why it's so expensive. But anyways,
If I may also mention, I think he was a member in the Facebook group before he was kicked out.
Oh, Swedes?
Yeah. I'm gonna try not to say the name, but I think Michael might know who I'm talking about. Someone was selling or actually auctioning off a black and silver like mine for $600.
oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me later. I actually have no idea.
I mean we can just basically say it.
It's
It's Giovanni Falcone.
I don't even know who that is.
he's in the Vegas area. I think he only joined Sweets for like a short time. Like
Oh, okay.
like he was super underage. He's probably I don't know.
He's probably in his like early teens now, but
well, whatever the issue is, I guess it was too expensive. So.
Yeah, let it be known that when he was younger, he actually transmitted valid EAS tones over government frequencies with using a Baofeng, but we're not going to get into that.
So that's a story for another day.
Yeah. So, anyways, I guess that's done. That marks this episode complete for the WR10, and we got two more radios right here that I'm very keen on reviewing, especially that one. So, yeah. thank you guys so much for watching. Again, massive thank you to SPC Cranford 1056. Also, make sure you subscribe to him, as well as my channel and ThunderBuddy01's channel. So we're going to get into the next episode of Radio Reviews right here. So as we bring the WR11 alongside the WR10.
I'll move this out of the way so you can get a better shot.
Thank you. This is the successor to this thing. So on that note, this is Clay Ranger 143 signing out, along with
SPC Cranford 1056.
And
ThunderBuddy01.
So we'll get into the WR11 right about now. Let's do it. See you guys later.